the wiring harness finally. Super nice. I don't know if you can get a good look at it or not here, but it's all original style, but brand new. Wiring instructions from Vintage Wiring. All the different harnesses for the different parts. So this is really exciting. I can get this, start getting this this whole chassis wired up now. I don't think there's anything new since the last time I updated, but I did bring the cab here, and I'm going to start body work on it. I'm working on the body work on the, I think it's driver's side fender right now. So as soon as that body work's done, I'll get it painted. And then once it's painted, that will be the last of the big stuff except for the hood. So what I'll probably do is I'm going to go ahead and move the cab into the paint booth so that I can start doing messy body work. And then going for paint. Alright, here we are at my dad's shop. And the cab's standing on its nose right now. That's why it looks a little weird. But lots of body work. But I did not go too thick in any one place, so I think I'm okay. So I've got it all cleaned up. I cleaned it, prepped it with metal prep last night, and it's ready for paint. So I'm gonna start by priming from here. I think I'm not even exactly sure of what the sequence I'm going to take, but I definitely need to prime the bottom really good, because there's lots of surface rust that I was unable to clean out, stuff like that. So, but that's where I'm starting. I'm going to prime this, get this thing all painted, but I'm here for a couple days. Got the heaters going in here, so it's warms it up a little bit. But I'm ready to go. So the next time you see a video, you will see this thing all painted. And hopefully my body work doesn't look too bad. Not looking too bad. I've got a couple spots like right here where I've got pinholes from the body filler. So I'm filling those in, scuffing them up. A couple spots there, but other than that, she's all primed. The body work actually came out really well. Surprised I did that good. There it is. First coat of primer. Alright, here we are. She's done. Absolutely perfect. I love it. So much better than I expected it to be. There's obviously still some imperfections. You can see wobbles and waves on the top. Not bad though. About to lose battery here.
Coming towards you, Tosh.
Alright. I can't.
Over the shifter.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm gonna.
Here.
Can we set it down just a little?
It's sitting on a frame over here on this corner.
Okay.
So
I'm still in the air because I still got stuff.
Here? Okay.
Hold on. Pause real quick, set it down, so I can come around and grab that heavy part to take.
Got it. Yeah.
I'll go that way, but that way.
Careful around that radiator.
I got it.
Woo! I think we got her. Coming down?
Yep, watch your hand, Eli.
You got that middle one, you might want to. There we go.
Come back as far as we can.
I'm up
All
against.
right. You good? Yep.
Here is the driver's door, all painted. Actually, it came out super duper good. I'm really happy with it. The only thing that kind of frustrated me is that it looks like I didn't sand down some of the body work quite as far, and I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if I can get a good shot here, but like right here, it's a little bit of a bump. There's a couple other spots, but other than that, God, it is almost perfect. So much better than I even expected it to be. And passenger door looks perfect. Absolutely perfect. There's no flaws. I am super happy with the doors. Update on the inside. I've got the wiring started here. Little throttle push-pull cable, the choke. That's run. I got a battery for it. The cowl, and you can maybe see it, maybe not, but cowl is working. I just need to build a handle for it. Most everything for the motors mostly done, I guess I could say. I gotta tighten up a couple little things here and there. Just wrapping those up, and then finally got my alternator installed. Got a good belt on it. Good to go. Wiring. Got to figure that out because a lot of these trucks had a like a junction box here that these wires would bolt onto, and then these would come together from the inside, actually, not out here. But it doesn't have the big hole here that has that junction box, so I may go without the junction box. I might just build a fuse box and mount it on the inside of the cab so that at least it's fused. Let's see here, what else? Getting ready, probably gonna be putting fenders, running boards, and all that stuff on this weekend, so that's another big milestone. That's gonna look really cool. I'll give you a shot of that here shortly. Other than that, once the running boards are on, I can mount the spare tire, so that'll look pretty cool. And besides that, I'm just right now I'm painting all of the bolts that bolt the fenders and running boards and all that kind of stuff, so I'm waiting for those to cure. Most everything else is painted except for the hood. I want to match the hood up, get it all, you know, fixed, because the latches and all that kind of stuff have to get fixed. But I want to do it in place so I know exactly where I'm going to anchor everything on the hood, and then I can take the hood and do the body work and paint it, and that'll be the last thing that I paint, the last big stuff that I paint in my booth here, so I can finally tear my booth down and have my my garage bay back. So took the windshield frame is done, it's painted, it's curing. I took the rear glass and the windshield glass down to the glass makers, so they're cutting me those pieces of glass right now. I should get those today or tomorrow. And then I can actually start putting the windshield back together. Of course, I'm waiting for a seal, but once that gets here, I'll be good. So, moving along. Fenders and running boards are on. Starting to come together. It's looking pretty badass. So I'm right at the point where it's time for me to line up the nose cone grill with the body for the hood. So I got to fit the hood on now, and that's why I didn't paint it yet, because I wanted to get everything put together, fit the hood, make sure I've got it exactly where I want it, and then I'll rivet the hood halves together, and I'll show you that in a second too, because the hinge is separate and it's got rivets that you rivet the two pieces together. So if you look right here, this came together very nice. So look at how the running board mates to the rear fender, and then the running board mates to the front fender. So that came together absolutely perfect. As a matter of fact, it might be a little too tight, but that's okay. It looks great. So it'll rub the paint off right there where they touch. But here's what I'm not happy about. On the passenger side, it mates up to the rear nicely, but the front has a massive gap. So that's a major flaw in my mind, and I can't for the life of me figure out why it's so bad. And I think I can close the gap a little bit if I loosen these bolts and stress it backward, the front fender, but I'm not going to be able to close that big of a gap. I mean, that's a good 2.5, almost 3 inches probably, right here anyway, but nothing else is out of place. I mean, the running board is where it's supposed to be, so there's nothing, I can't move any of that forward. So it's got to be the arch in this front fender that's creating that gap. So it must be arched a little too much or something. So really not too happy with that, but I am going to try my best to at least close the gap a little bit. So as of now, my next step is I'm going to put, so I've got this fender, or this hood welt, and I got to put the welt on the cab. So I'll get the welt put on the cab, and then I'm going to start kind of moving stuff around, because I've left the cab loose. The grill and all this stuff is loose also, so that I can kind of manipulate them around to get the hood to fit properly. Once the hood fits properly, I will lock everything down. The grill, cab, all that stuff, these supports here, I'll lock it all down. The thing I'm a little worried about here, and it's probably too dark in here to see, but the fan is very close to the radiator, and technically I need to move the radiator in the cab about, that's about 1.5 inches closer. So I don't want to move the radiator any further rearward, because I'm just worried that fan's going to smack right into the radiator. So I'm hoping I've got some distance with these rods to pull them forward and the cab forward if necessary, but we're going to find out where we're at once I get the hood set up here. So